Good afternoon, good evening everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're live on a Thursday for some members action. A lot earlier than normal. There's a lot of stuff going on. It feels like Thursday has became Playdate Day at Casa de Quinn, but also Celtic kick off quite early in Europa League action tonight. And yeah, we've got the deadline show tomorrow and all the rest of it. So didn't want to have one too late tonight, and you know, the normal kind of time we slide into, it's going to be helter-skelter for me in more ways than one. So let's just kick on live. And a wee bit earlier I thought, and let's just dive into it. So fist bumps to you all on arrival. Good to see you on this merry Thursday. Recorded some content earlier today. I had, honestly, I think it was someone's request who wasn't a member in the stream maybe yesterday, the day before. I know Jay was chatting about this in the Telegram group, and I've seen it in a lot of comment sections on some of the recent videos, but we've got a Christmas calendar kind of look perspective type video that we'll have out on the channel over the next day or so stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully we'll get stuck into a lot of good action today, because, you know, you probably know where I'm at in general. I'm buzzing. I'm ready for tonight. I've got teams locked, stocked, and ready to go. I've been degenning. I've been reinforcing. I've been batting down the hatches. I've got strategies upon strategies. I've got midweek. I've got fixtures. I've got internationals. I've got all sorts of stuff. Venn diagramming its face off right across my gallery. It's some buzz. I'm so looking forward to tonight. I've got so much Thursday night action on the cards here. I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. Maybe you guys had Wednesday and Tuesday night action. Sadly, Champions League didn't go that great for me. DNP defenders, the pain of my weekend. It was good to get Captain Soboslai and McTominay in the same team, and both my keepers were quite fair, weren't they? But no defence, no party, just like DNPs galore. So rough one there. But yeah, maybe you guys slayed it. Maybe you guys smashed it. I see some shouts for the PSV game last night. Is that here anywhere? Yeah, it is. Of course it is, Robbo. PSV absolutely slaying it. And looking at the highlights, like, PSV weren't that amazing. Obviously, I didn't watch the game. You guys can tell me where it really was won and lost. But, you know, they took their chances. And when the second half especially, they were shooting in front of their own fans. They just seemed to revel in it. So fair play to them. Van Dijk's handball was an absolute car crash, wasn't it? Pepe get 20 minutes off the bench. Myron Bladu, Flamingo, Obispo, Sildilia, Wanner, no minutes at all. It kind of tells its own little story. Wee bit of subtext. Yeah, shooting and Gasarowski at centre-back. Wild, man. And again, in Europe, I think you've just got to play a bit of team stack if you have a collection. Like, that's kind of... I've got a little Celtic one, a little Fenerbahce one, for example, but then you try and maybe do a bit of pick and mix across the fixtures. I've maybe not quite had the full fixture flexibility or numbers to fully do that, you know, but I think I'm quite happy with how I've laid it out. I think Fenerbahce just have a good fixture in general, but for Champions League, like, you might have like spillover that make into some sort of wee mosaic type team here, but if you do have a strong collection of PSV, of USG, of how did USG score, in fact, you know, Galatasaray, the other side of the coin, could be any team, then there's a wee element that's like, maybe just back them, you know, maybe just take the core five. And if he did with this, you know, I don't think it's too unimaginable. I think Burgess would probably feature in a lot of teams, but I don't think it's unimaginable. You could have took Kevin McAllister, or even Sykes for that matter. Zorgan's going to be in every... Van de Peer? Now, I went and seen... Nah, it doesn't even look the same. This guy's older, isn't he? 21. Now, I went and seen Celtic under 21s against Bruges under 21s. And I don't think it was Camille. They had a guy, yeah, he came from Genk. They had a guy called Van de Peer, and he was in my notes. It's a name. I'm just looking out for a card. So when I seen that there, it did catch my eye. But you could, you know, Sherpin, two of the three defenders are workable. Zorgan's going to be in your team. Promise David is going to be in your team. And, you know, between Van de Peer and El Hadj, it's probably where a lot of people, again, maybe even Kalili, it's probably where you're picking a 5 from, isn't it? That could be all right. I don't know how that would actually score, but especially with Captain Zorgan on a 99, you've got to think he would be right in amongst it. With some of the bigger teams, Liverpool failing, Man City, Pep Roulette, blowing up. PSG Tottenham, I said this in the breakdown, or the preview, that this was going to be the game to watch. And, wow, I watched the first half of Bayern Arsenal, and I was like, oh, I probably made the right decision here. And it was kind of because Kang didn't start. When this guy, Natanju, was in the team and there was no Kang, I was like, oh, for flipping hell. So I shaded it. But second half, man, Jesus, did it come to life. I can't even remember half of it, to be honest with you. When I watched it, it was just like a blur. But yeah, 5-3. No Tottenham survivors, is there? Yeah, you'd have had to have went Vicario, Van de Ven, Bentancur, double striker, which nobody's picking. PSG, Chevalier with the probably kneecaps the team a bit, doesn't he? I think Pacho's a good shout for most people with defences, but you know, if you watch PSG scores, Pacho's very good, very, very good. So I could see Pacho being in a fair amount of teams. Vitinha and Jon Snow is a pair, and Kavicha I can see being in a lot of teams, so PSG is quite fair, isn't it? Regardless of the fixture, you could pick out individuals obviously and just do the whole kind of mosaic thing, but for big teams, for little teams, there's definitely been some prominence for some team stacking. First half we were set. Second half we were dominated. Second half was insane from PSV. Yeah, I just seen the highlights. Fair play. I thought Veerman was destined to have like a good game eventually against a big game, against a big team in a big match. He's quite famously not really been at it, has he? I made some changes with this one. Again, I don't know what's happening with Ralston, but Starfelt came in to distribute this wee throwaway under 23 team. Sinisalo won't play, of course, but this might bag something, by the way. This might pick up a wee bit of essence for us. Could be cheeky, could be fun. DNP All Black, we kind of knew. Musso played, but yeah, McGrath kind of let us down. I watched Benfica as well. They were quite good. I said this as well already on our stream, but Ajax weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. Benfica definitely looked a level up on them. Maybe are still missing, like, especially because you know Jose Mourinho's in the dugout. Like, Pavlidis is alright, but Jose Mourinho's going to want like a beast striker in front of that team. Sudikov did alright. Cancelo 100, we're laughing. So we need a big score from KT. We're looking for Palma to bang, and we've got Efra Alvarez at home to Cruz Azul in what looks to be like some sort of two-legged playoff affair. So kind of excited for this D2. We just want these D2s to get promoted. This D2 giveaway team, kind of handicapped by the All Black. It was our only choice. It still has Danulic to play. 34 points off a reward. If he smashes, I think we might just about clip a wee reward, but it's mainly the promotion again, I think, that we're after, and I don't know if that's really on the cards with all the Thursday night players to run. And this is kind of whatever, obviously Sinisalo was going to DNP. Good to see you all, by the way. Fist bumps on arrival. We do have a request in the chat from Daniel Page, but Daniel, you're not in the chat as a member. So if you're looking for gallery reviews, so what happens on the channel is I've actually kind of dropped the ball a wee bit on instant access this week. We've kind of not had much turnaround time with the content. It's been getting made. It's been basically getting made and flipped out. But normally all the videos go on instant access. So even if I like schedule like the Christmas calendar video, for example, that might be like a Saturday or Sunday that comes out. And if you're a member, you'll see it as soon as it's made, as soon as it's ready to go. Before it goes out everywhere else. I give away all my limiteds. We actually crafted a bit of a bum card, didn't we? A Javi Galan. I should have threw it back, guys, and crafted again. I'm really sorry, but we ran out of time. I bottled it a bit. We have had some really fun giveaways. Kobe Minu is still to be collected. I need to double check. I've been ripping off sheets of paper. I need to double check where we're at with Kobe Minu. Kevin Nisbet, we're still waiting on. Gully Gumdrops claiming that. We maybe need to roll that over if we don't hear from him in a couple of days. And I think that's it. Actually, we're quite... And Sahiti. Who's got Sahiti? Donny T. And I think he said we can roll that over. So we have Sahiti available for giveaway. Is he in the wee giveaway thing? He is. Good. We've got Sahiti. I think we can add... Yeah, Nisbet's still in it. We've got Kobe Mainu, who's been awarded but unclaimed as of yet. And we've got Yave Galan. We just gave away a Thomas Arajo in season of Benfica, and I play a lot of limiteds with rare cards just with the amount of collections I've got on the go, etc. So I win a fair amount of limiteds to give away to you guys. We've been a wee bit unlucky with crafting. We've got an MFL team as well for the community members. But the main thing I think for a lot of people is on a Thursday we do gallery strategy reviews where the members that show up into the live chat are the boss. They call the shots. We're looking at your galleries. We're jumping into the market. We're doing all that good stuff. It's £1 a week, £4 a month. And even on top of that, I knew there was something else. I always forget because there's so much you get if you're £1 a week, £4 a month. We also have Telegram. Telegram is just like WhatsApp or Discord, but way, way better. You can have it in a wee bubble chat as well, which I like. It's good fun if I can touch the right bit. Where's the bubble? There we go. And there we go. You can just have it in a wee thing on the side of your screen and all the rest of it. And yeah, it's all good crack. It's all good fair and game. £1 a week, £4 a month. And there's a bunch of other content that's member only that I did from when I was in the studio with the whiteboard, which there's a lot of people asking for whiteboard content to come back. I also just did a free Sorare spreadsheet for the channel members as well. So there's genuinely never been a better time to become a member or get stuck into it. So yeah, all goes directly to supporting me, of course, and the content that we've got here. And I really appreciate everyone who supports the channel, everyone who's a member. But yeah, that's kind of everything in the membership. It's been a while since I've kind of laid it all out there, and there's more and more coming all the time. I'm doing my best to give you guys as much bang for buck as possible for your £1 a week, £4 a month. Everyone's suggestion to spend my £150 budget. It's a wee open one we've got there in the chat from a non-member. We don't really have any Benfica play with 15 midfielders. And you know, that was actually one thing I struggled to keep up with, Joe, when I was watching it, was where the hell is Sudakov, and who was the guy playing number 10? The pace on him, in terms of how he was able to cut across the pitch, would I say it impressed me? It definitely caught my eye. Who was it? Barrero. This guy gets across the ground really well, and Arusnes as well. Like, it's just Mr. Versatility. And Dal and Dedic, like, just fly. Yeah, so it feels like these two guys fly, and everyone else is like a midfielder, isn't it? And keeping up with Pavlidis is normally the highest one, right? But the rest of them are everywhere. Enzo's maybe like the deepest on the left side of the pitch. Richard Rios, the deepest on the right. But Rios could be in right wing. Enzo could be in attacking midfield. These things, Benfica were good, like, but I don't think Pavlidis is the man. I don't even think Lukebakio's the guy either. I know he's had a big injury, and obviously the other guys that are on the roster that are on the bench, Jose doesn't fancy. But I think once they get a big hitting striker, they'll transform. Personally, that's just how I feel about it. Are you doing Jupiler League duos? So the League duos, if anyone who is new, right, if you're going to play in-season limited or in-season limited, Premier League, La Liga, Eredivisie is all still on the go right now, where on top of all your sign-up bonuses and everything else you'll be doing, hot streaks, leaderboards, all that's still in play. But by clicking on one of the duos link, now I'm not playing Jupiler, but I've got leagues out and teams out to smash this for this weekend for Premier League, for La Liga and Eredivisie. Now Premier League actually has 3 fixtures, 3 chances to go after this. La Liga and Eredivisie had 2 chances. The first chance was last weekend. The last chance is this one coming. So generally with your £150 budget, especially if you have beginner credits, you'll see in the description of the stream, I'll just pop it into the chat here as well. If you click on that link, and if we both smash 380 points, you get $50, I get $10. And that's just for everyone and anyone. At point of recording, Team Quinny, we've got 52 people locked in with it all already. I think there's maybe about 10 of you that have jumped on for the Premier League one. I think Premier League is such a widely played competition. The only way you can enter this is if you've not played any of those competitions this season. If you played last season, fine. But if you've not played this season, even if you're brand new or you've been here for years, you can play it too. And we did actually a Premier League scouting video on this yesterday. So if you want to check that out, we actually went through the fixtures available, the teams, budgets, and we made a watch list for it also. So if you're after Premier League scouting, we actually did that yesterday, specifically for the upcoming fixtures on a budget. So yeah, that's as much as I can help you with that one. Jack Bryan. Afternoon, Mikey boy, good to see you. So yeah, we're at a nice wee point in the week. And it's funny having the ability to still edit these teams. It kind of feels like Europa League is kind of cheat code. We've got, we'll get this deadline up until 3 hours before, 2 hours and 45 minutes before the kickoff of the early games. Celtic and Fenner are going off together. Oh, can I multi-screen this somehow? That's what I'm now thinking. Daniel Page is already locked in. Love it, mate. Love it. Jack Bryan, no problem, mate. No problem. As I say, we kind of went into that specifically in detail. I'd hate to kind of repeat it because we just did it yesterday, and you know, if you're after that specific chat, it's just kind of sitting there waiting for you whenever you're ready. So if you do enjoy it, hit a like, of course, on anything. Whether you're all you that are watching us live and loud, we've got about a fair wee amount of these on YouTube. Smash the like button if you don't mind, and on Twitch. I think we've got a couple of these on Twitch. Whatever you do on Twitch, if you could do that, please. You know, drop a comment, like, share, whatever Twitch wants you to do. Feel free, support the content. I'd actually, you know, I would actually like to do more on Twitch, but I'd like to just kind of, you know, if you think about a day I had the other week there, or maybe even earlier this week, I kind of did 3 streams across the day, which I don't mind days like that, right? But there is days where I wouldn't mind just kind of sitting and doing like a nep shift where I maybe just sit and do everything, you know, do everything I'm going to do on Sorare just concurrently, do all my MFL stuff, and maybe play something else. And when I say maybe play something else, I mean proper console action, you know, as I kind of, because I kind of do that off camera anyway, like if I'm kind of decompressing or I'm just kind of maybe trying to switch gears, like not to make everything sound a wee bit too, you know, airy-fairy or, you know, show busy or whatever, but like I kind of need to get myself into different headspaces for different things, if you like. And even if it's just coming away from football and from cards and content and stuff, or whether it's going from between Celtic to Sorare or MFL to Sorare or Sorare to MFL or any of these things, you know, like I'm kind of getting back into doing a wee bit of console action or whatever. So I've got a few things I'm kind of open to, but I'm going to have to mess about with gear and see what's required, because I wouldn't be able to do it from my same position. I would need to be able to somehow flip the script. And again, maybe that's a change of stream output or whatever. Yeah, it probably need to be. Anyway, so just a wee kind of slight thing. So if you are on Twitch, if you don't follow me, it's Quinny3001. Just go over and give the channel a follow or a sub or a like or a share, whatever it is that you do over there. And I'm going to try and maybe, not that I'm going to try and do content on that as such necessarily, but I think like some of the stuff I would be up for doing, it's not necessarily like mad mainstream stuff, but it could be funny for like member action. You know, we could do some team play or something like that. I'll tune into a lobby and you know, just have, you know, it could just be funny. So it's just something I've kind of got in the back of my head. Who knows? Let's see. But if you're on Twitch, that's just the main thing I'm saying is show your support potentially by going over there and drop me a wee follow. Can you delete a Europa team? Yeah, I'm not sure you can. But you can kind of default delete it. So like I could go into another team. I could go into this Celtic team and I could select like Talisca. And then this team wouldn't be valid. It wouldn't be running when the deadline locks. So I could do that. But I don't think I can flat out delete. I came in second last time in Limited La Liga D1. Would be insane to do it again. Sorry, Holland, it would be. How's the fixtures looking for you? If you use your players elsewhere, the lineup, yeah, sorry, Holland is on the intel as well. How do the Villa lineup look tonight? Anyone seen something? My midweek has been utterly effed by Pep. Yeah, Pep Roulette. Yeah, it just comes to us all, doesn't it? At some point, I'm not sure if we've been getting updates. I would hope that we have been good. Let's see if the Villa, is there any 10 hours ago? So kind of relative update. Don't think there's much of a change from what we did on the wee mini midweek deadline. Buendia, Sancho, Guisond. Malin leading the line. Stuttgart. Who are Stuttgart playing again? They've not got a great fixture. Go ahead away. Yeah. Again, I don't think there's any Karazor, Buan. I'm not sure if they were in it first time, but I think the rest of this team. Yeah, Thiago Thomas maybe was in one of these kind of spots. Buani. So yeah, updated 4 hours ago. What's McBride doing? Maybe put Iheanacho on the bench. Sorare on the bench. Yeah. We might not have too much to do today, guys. We may not have too much to do. Yeah, I don't even really got a wee cheeky wallet there. I could maybe do a wee craft. Maybe that could be fun. Yeah, 1600. We could get a clue. What do we have in the essence pool? I did say I would save it up, but it's just sitting there. We've got nothing else to do. I think McBride sees it as a 50-50 between the Gren and 2 things. And Tatate, and on Sorare inside you can't do 50-50. I think he's probably kind of right. I'd maybe go 70 to the Gren, but you never know. He could play like Balikwisha, you know. He could play Bernardo. I wouldn't rule out crazy stuff happening. Yeah, I think we could do a pool and do a league on this. Will we do it? Yeah, let's just do it. Boom. Let's hope we get something good. Standard. Let's give us the league. Okie doke. So we have 3 Bundesligas. Right, guys, what one are we looking at? Now, we picked a Hosnak or whatever his name was. Wasn't great. So we've got number 1, number 4, and number 10. I'll have a wee look and see if any of them are winking at me. But standard draw, no guarantee of anything good, but we're getting to avoid. Oh, I don't know, by the way, that did feel. I don't know, did you see that? Did you see that? I felt something there. I don't know, maybe it's just been a while since I've really tried to focus in on them. Yeah, I don't know, they're all quite powerful, maybe they're all. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the 10 one as much. I definitely felt something. Yeah, number 1 feels like an extra bit of power, but number 4 is not too bad either. But yeah, number 10 definitely doesn't feel as cool, does he? Yeah, I don't know. League One, do we get a wee sniff of a Dembele in there? No, I don't think so. Although this one does kind of look like Dembele. If one of them is Dembele, I think it's this one. If you're watching live on YouTube, we have a poll. Now, Twitch, will you let me do a poll? Chat settings? No. What's that wee shield do? Turn on shield mode. What the hell's shield mode? Chat will be cleared. No, I don't know. Cancel. What does this do? Users, pop out chat, edit layout. Quick actions. Chat. Clear chat. Toggle chat. No. Can't do polls on Twitch. Polls on YouTube. Now, take your phone out of your pocket, change the tab on your screen, whatever it is you need to do, and get voting in on the YouTube live chat poll. While you're doing that, smash the like button as well. What one are you taking? I'm probably leaning towards number 1 personally. The poll is going with me there. I don't know. Number 4 definitely had something about it. Didn't it? Ben Hay. Celtic fans are undecided on the Gren. And I think it's because he's not super flashy or really commanding, but he's just like a good attacking player. Like you get him in the final third with people around him. He's our top scorer this season. He's our top goal contributions person as well. So, you know, performances. Eye test, Celtic fans aren't completely convinced. That's probably the main way to sum up any negative towards him. Guys, come on, there's not that many votes in the poll. What would you do? If you're in the chat, maybe you're saying, by the way, Quinny, that one that looks at Dembele is Dembele, then feel free to shout that out in the chat. Yeah, a wee bit of sweat on. Yeah, this one does. I think I'm going to be picking number 1. It's number 10, but it could be a troll. It could be a wee sneaky, like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at Harry Kane, you know. Leipzig card is a W. We have Brandt, so Dortmund is a W. Don't really want any more Augsburg. Hoffenheim wouldn't be bad to go with that Asllani. We technically have forward and midfield depth with Svanberg and Hosnak, or whatever his name is. Maybe I'll do a wee bit of that. If the chat stays a bit quiet, I'll do a wee bit of Bundesliga rare scouting. Now, I don't really particularly want to spend any money on that budget, but with the Svanberg, the Hosnak, and whatever we're about to get, maybe we can trade into something. That could be fun. Oh, the poll is flipped. The poll is flipped into number 4. Keep the likes coming. Keep the likes coming. Number 4, a lot of you reckon. A lot of you guys like number 4. Guys, come on. There's nowhere near the same amount of likes as votes on the poll. Come on, help a man out here. In case you don't know, the way YouTube works is if you're in the chat and you hit the like button, you get involved in the poll, YouTube thinks you're having fun. And the more of you that have fun, YouTube thinks, well, let's go find some more Sorare scouts and managers to come and join the fun. They send more folk our way, and we grow the channel. We get more members, we can do bigger giveaways, we can do more stuff. It benefits everyone. Smash the like button, help a man out here. Vote on the poll. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. We've got 4 minutes before we need to turn this over. Slam Duncan, good to see you. We had the first game of MFL Season 10 last night as well. Would I say rapturous applause? Maybe not. Maybe for the Academy boys. They've really come into this season well, but the other teams, I've learned something. I'll maybe go through that with you guys because you're mainly members, I suppose, later in the stream. Or do we have a game tonight? I think I was planning on watching the game tonight because yeah. We're going to watch the games tonight again because it's almost a transfer deadline and we really need to get more community team players in ASAP. And the vote in the poll, by the way, guys, went totally... Oh, I don't know. By the way, number 4 does look a bit more powerful now than number 1 when you kind of double highlight them like this. I wonder what happens if we click on this one now and then do it this way. Interesting. Interesting. Do you see that? What does number 10 look like? Yeah, I don't think number 10's... Yeah, I don't think number 10's packing any heat. The poll is leading on number 4. I've now clicked on all of them. So, maximum regret is locked in. Nicholas 4 seems like Nicholas Jackson. Interesting, Jalkin Calvez. Yeah, game tonight, Thomas Ronyon. For the foundation team, we'll be up to watch that one live and loud. And we need that. We've got a last little drive to get the last couple of players into the squad. Speaking of MFL teams, there's Josh Tilley. Good to see you, Josh. Right, let's see. 18 votes in the poll. Oh, number 10's maybe quietly coming back into the reckoning here, by the way. 2 minutes to go. Smash the like button. Harry Trades is in the building. Good to see you, Montfrere. And yeah. Number 10 is coming back into the fold. Number 4 still leading the way. Going to end the poll there. Good amount of votes. Thanks to everyone that got involved. Finlay, good to see you. See a few of you, like we've had 5 likes, now we have 10. And look at that. Harry Trades appears. Finlay appears. Slam Duncan. Josh Tilley. Guys, I'm not lying. It works. Sorare own and control the internet. We need to feed them the good stuff. And then it all comes. I am going with number 1. I'm going with my gut. Oh, Erin Dinky. Is he good? 23-year-old forward. Oh, Rafi G. Oh, Nicholas Stark. Oh, Rafi G. Oh, that would have been so good. He's not a great card, but you kind of know Or do you kind of know when he's playing? I don't know. But this guy, oh, do we even keep this guy? Now, Freiburg play midweeks and stuff. Does he have any? He's got a wee bit there, starting, getting on a bit of form. He's a national team player for who? Turkey. Interesting. Who's this for? Heidenheim? And no, or is it Freiburg? Yeah, it is Heidenheim. Just against Freiburg by coincidence. Let's look at this Cologne game. Yeah, Heidenheim. Interesting. I might keep him. Because he's like a Freiburg, like the bottom to bring him through. If he's getting into the Turkey team, he was playing Bundesliga football last year and doing alright. I've only got 30 seconds. I think I'm going to keep him. Should have trusted you on 4, yeah. I think Rafi Guerrero would have been better than that guy. But, yeah. Anyway, we move on. Don't let the timer run out. I didn't. What would happen, by the way? I'm still not 100% clear. What would happen on that front? Yeah, so this is the guy we crafted yet. So we've crafted 2 Bundesliga jabronis. This guy still plays for Heidenheim. And again, he's got some goals in his locker if you know he's going to be featuring and stuff. Let's have a wee peek at the market. We have a wee nosy. Manager sales in season Bundy rare. You just lose the essence, so you don't get the card. No card, even if you've selected. Even if I'd done that there. Oh wow. Bundesliga. Now, if I am looking at MD, I'm looking at budget guys. And I'm probably still kind of... I don't know if I really care about position, in fact. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm kind of open to anything. It could be... Joe Bellingham feels kind of weird, doesn't he? I know he's not going to just be exactly like his brother, but you kind of like he's done not too bad of kind of following in his footsteps to this point. 20 quid for him. Really got Brandt. Wee bit of exposure there. Boy, Kaminski's been doing really well. He's a mid card. Again, I wasn't a huge fan of him at Wolfsburg. We like Mbula. Bangula, sorry, I beg your pardon. But yeah, off the bench and stuff, wee bit unreliable. Yubito Suzuki. Mid card. This guy was good when I watched Hoffenheim. Yeah, not surprised he's not great on the Matrix. Like, he's just like a kind of good, tidy player. Avdullah. Dortmund have got so many mids. Yeah, exactly, man. And I've got a fair amount of them. That Brandt, like Brandt started the last 2 games and came off at 70 minutes, and that's Brandt. That's as good as it gets for him. Like, if you go back and look at the good days of Brandt, never plays 90 minutes, but he'll play like every game, 65, 78, you know, that kind of minutes. He's played the last 2 games at that spot, so I'm kind of fine with Brandt for the weekend, as long as he's in the picture. Whether it's from the start or from the bench, I'm not bothered, because Brandt's Brandt. But yeah, between Gross, Sabitzer, Nemeka, Bellingham, and there's somebody else I'm forgetting, they're all just a nightmare to choose between. Christian Eriksen's kind of fallen in price at rare. It's been kind of disappointing, but hasn't he? I think we expected a bit much of him when he started well against Hamburg here, but not really done much ever since. Again, maybe that's helped his price stay down. Maybe that's something we should entertain. Yes, I watched Nep's video last night and left him a wee comment and stuff like that as well. Yeah, always good to hear other people watch the videos and stuff as well. Always love to hear it. You know, again, I'm very open with when I watch other people's stuff as well. Any good wee ideas or wee nuggets of ideas that you hear from other people. Matanovic for a fiver. Like, he was good last year. Was it Hoffenheim? Or Gladbach, maybe? Yeah, hit a wee hot spell. Oh, this was maybe Bundy 2, and he's not really moved up to Bundy 1 well. I think that's his deal. Jan Nicholas Beste. He's just funny, isn't he? Yeah, there's not much going on here. Grifo's quite interesting at the price point. Engelhart. Whenever I see that name, all I hear is Laird's voice. Humpeldink or whatever. Rumpelstiltskin. Engelhart, Rumpelstiltskin. Whatever his name is. Waldschmidt's got an L2. Is this like peak Waldschmidt of his... No, maybe not quite. Oh, Waldschmidt's been alright. This is Bundesliga 2, but isn't it? Yeah, Waldschmidt's got his act together. Good player if you ever watch him, but he's not really a convincing striker. It's my kind of thing with him. Grisha Promo is back, and again, I thought was really good on Friday night against Mainz. Only a 53, right enough. I really like Grisha Promo. 18 quid's a bit punchy for, like, he's not very glamorous and stuff, is he? Yeah, 8 to 10 quid on auction feels like where you want somebody like a Grisha Promo. That's something to jump on the now. I'm not sure there's anything like, what would I even be after right now? If I was to buy something, I kind of messed about with my team earlier. Emre Can, that's the other one I was forgetting. But Emre Can, Chukwuemeka Mecca, that's exactly who I was forgetting. But Emre Can's kind of centre back, isn't he? So I kind of messed about with Bundesliga before. And yeah, like Asllani's playing my goalkeeper, but I don't really care about that too much. I could drop Rom in theory for another in-season and rotate the goalkeeper to Vasilj, but like really why bother at that point? Keeping Rom captain I think is probably the smartest thing for me to do. I could play Reader over Brandt. I've got Svanberg again as well, who I could play over Brandt, who's less likely to play. If I didn't want to play Asllani at home to Augsburg, now I've got two options. Now this guy doesn't feel like a starter, Dinky, but Honsak is playing Berlin. You know, if he's going to score, that could be a game for him. But again, I'm not going to probably lean into that. But yeah, Hosnak, Dinky, and Svanberg. Could we roll them into... Do we care about another forward? I like Asllani, I'm happy, but he's playing... Oh, and then Hoffenheim, Dortmund the weekend after. Who do Leipzig play? Frankfurt. Don't know if we really care about half that stuff. So let's look at the cards we've got. SR Deinbar, good to see you, Charlie boy. I'm just kind of plodding about, messing about with myself here. Nope, you have to claim it. Yeah, okay, good to know, Sean. I've just got the fear into me never to do it, you know. In season Bundes. Right, Dinky. Where are you clipping? Wow, £3. Yeah, we really should have took number 4. You guys were right. You guys were right. Yeah, I'm just going to say he's like £3 as well. And Svanberg is probably... yeah, not too dissimilar. So yeah, all worth very little. We'll probably just keep them for... It could end up being like Team 2 fodder if we ever kind of expand out further. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I was hoping maybe... The Rafa Guerrero would have gave us impetus to maybe do something. I think we've kind of missed that opportunity with the bad craft, sadly. But this team has been fully crafted, so I didn't win Damon, but I won Philip Cohn, who I managed to trade plus £7 for Damon, so that's kind of an organic one. And Asllani, we did something similar. to acquire him, but we crafted Lukeba, we crafted Brandt, and we've crafted all these other guys that you've seen. Yeah, I'm probably going to keep them since I've crafted them, and maybe let's have a wee look at the German papers. Do we get any wee sniff on some of the random guys we've got? So the new guy, Dinky, is Freiburg. And yeah, Manzambi's somebody I want. So maybe he's just like a collection piece. He's maybe injured and he's fighting with Bestie. But Manzambi we'll maybe have a peek at. Who else did we have? He's playing Union Berlin. He plays for Heidenheim. Oh, he's a left mid. Okay, maybe makes him a wee bit more appealing to me. And Dorsch is in this team. Ooh. Now, Dorsch isn't a good scorer, right? But you guys know me and Dorsch go way back. He's so bad. He's so bad right now. Dorsch. And who is Manzambi? What's he going for? He could be useful. Oh yeah, he's clipping a penny there now, isn't he? A pretty penny. And what do they reckon of Borussia? Yeah, they don't have... Wow, they've got Bellingham. Yeah, so Bellingham was kind of not too expensive, was he? Yeah, look at all these guys. So they reckon it's definitely going to be Nameka. I don't know how Gross doesn't start after how well he did off in the Champions League. Maybe he's knackered. Adeyemi over Bayer kind of makes sense. And Chukwuemeka and Brandt. Yeah, I think Brandt's going to be alright. I think this is what the Dortmund team will look like. Keep playing Leverkusen. Brandt, former team. Yeah, it feels too good not to buy into, doesn't it? But if Bayer's taking a drop, I wonder if... no, Adeyemi's price, I don't think it would have ever dropped. I know he kind of missed a game or two, but I don't think he ever kind of dropped in price. Nah. Especially recently, too decisive. Maybe back here we could have done something. No, not particularly, actually. He's kind of... Yeah, he got down to the 30 quid mark. Let's have a wee peek at some collection hunting. Could you get a throwaway in with Vasilj? Oh. Yeah, because I've got 2 strikers. I've got Reader. I would need a defender. And we could do throwaway with Vasilj. Not too sure about that as an overall thing. I'd maybe do that with Van der Voort. Just for the XP and such, and on the random like he starts, because Vasilj normally gives me classic champ utility. But yeah, so that's not a bad wee thought for a moment. Is there any like dirt cheap in-season rare defenders? And I mean dirt. Dirt. Because it would need, it's basically a training team. Talking about the dirty cheap. The dirty cheap. Under a fiver. What have we got? Oh, we've got a jersey number. Opie. That's kind of fun. Joachim Myla. Obviously looks like he's out of the team right now. Joe Scally. That feels underpriced. Derek Cohen. I think he had a good rep for a while ago. It's a great idea, Charlie. Especially if we find somebody dirty, dirty cheap. Casey Boss. The other Schlotterbeck. Ausberg card as well. Suspended though, so kind of defeats the immediate purpose. Marius Wolf is a super rare I won one time, and it was maybe like tier 2 champ, and oh my god, man, he had like an L5 at the time. Oh, I just hate the sight of him. Nicholas Stark, Old Faithful. I think he's out of the team again, but yeah. Gendry. I think we take the special ed, don't we? I don't mind that. Mönchengladbach are on a wee bit of an up the now. £4. Again, great shout for the World Cup in-season card as well, maybe. I don't think he's really been getting a look in the national team, but he's firmly became like a Bundesliga level card. He's an NYCFC youth product as well, so I don't mind that. That's kind of fun. And like, yeah, this is like training team effort essentially. And if like Van der Veer got the minutes somehow, yeah, I don't mind this at all. Keep the reader ticking over. Hosnak, and then best out of these two jokers, probably going to go with the dinky Captain Reader. Probably do something like that. And then if we backdoor our way into a keeper eventually, then there's like the bones of a, like Reader and Scally aren't bad backups, by the way, are they? But they're not getting an over Lukeba. Brandt, I think, with the Reader in the fixture could do alright. I've not seen enough of Augsburg to properly judge them, but I know Brandt, former team, Dortmund are scoring at the moment. And Asllani against the keeper again, yeah, I don't really care. So yeah, I don't mind that. Matsima was a $5. Oh, was that a bit too quick to jump there? Matsima. I just think Gladbach are on a bit of a, I suppose, Augsburg. No, he's not a $5. Yeah, I think I have maybe overlooked him. You may be looking at limited. Yeah, I'm looking at rare. Dirty cheap rares. So that's quite fun. I don't know if that makes me feel better because Van der Veert's obviously not going to play. But we crafted the Dinky. We've crafted Honsak. We've got Svanberg in reserve. We get some XP on the OG Van der Veert. You never know. 6% bonus. Maybe we squeeze away into, what's this, in Division 3? Like, what's the bottom part of the prize pool? Top 250. That's so unlikely, isn't it? But yeah, it's maybe a wee top 50%, a wee XP farmer. Deweke. I don't think Deweke was dirty cheap, was he? No. Guys, what are you looking at? He's brilliant. He's not dirty cheap. Promo. I do like Promo. But again, Promo was like, I think we want Promo for under a tenner. Yeah. Only one guy on the secondary's got him. Instant buys at 14. If an auction came up, you could maybe snipe him under a tenner. I would take that. I like him. He's a good player. Very friendly on the eye test. Very Matrix friendly. Love the decisive. So yeah, it's a wee bit of side fun. So with the exception of the Scally that I've paid a $5 for, that we could probably account for through some sort of hot streak win or selling a card or some crap. Yes, this is all organic. This is quite cool. Not the Van der Veert, obviously, but organic XP. There we go. We've got our organic farming on the go here. So yeah, it's a wee bit of something for me, a wee bit of time killed. And yeah, look forward to the games tonight. Let's have a wee peek on MFL for a wee moment. Not checked in on training this morning. I did my tactics for the games tonight. I've updated. So yeah, I did say I was going to mention this before. So one thing I realised when I was watching the foundation team as well as my team is that I didn't have any tactics set for, or match plans for if the game gets into the late state. You know, we're winning 1-0, it was fine, but if it goes even, if it's even at the end, what do we do? Do we try and win? Do we try and stick? Whatever. So I've added that into the reckoning for kind of all the squads really that we're thinking about. The last 15 minutes, if we're level, what do we do? Again, this game was 0-0. We went down to 10 men, so that would have probably hurt me more, but we did go a goal down. I don't know, maybe it would have changed things if we did go more attacking. Even being the man down, it might have been crazy, who knows, but so yeah, I made a wee bit of an alteration, a wee bit of a lesson taken from that. If we look at progression, current season, oh yes, Salamanca straight away with a full-on +1. Let's zoom in, it's super zoomed out right now. +1 on shooting after last night, that's brilliant. Martinek as well, didn't even play, but maybe the lifting level at training, Martinek's kind of bursting through. Van Dijk gets a wee increase on shooting, Cordero the same, that's fun. Steffen's a wee increase on defence, he'll need it. Morel, ooh, +1 on physical. Bustamante, Kuhlman and Dev Centre, nothing major. Maybe zoom out a wee tiny bit. And if we look at the foundation team, the community team, all of these are your players. Let's see if we had any progression. So we got a full +1 on Benedetto. I think we've seen that last night after the game. Ticci, I think, yeah, we've seen that too. After the game last night, got a +1 on an individual statistic. Not much there besides. We really need to improve the level if we can of the best 16, just for training purposes and whatnot. Teams, yeah, we've only played one game, so we're nowhere near being bothered yet. Ragnar Ake, $15. No man, I'm talking about, this is for throwaway XP team. Dirty cheaps. Joe Scally for £4. This guy's not looking too bad. He's not that expensive, I'll give you that. He's definitely not too far off the category. Is he a Bundesliga 2 hero maybe? He's taking the step up well enough, not starting regularly, but don't think we hold that against him, do we? Gibbs White is out. Yeah, I did hear that. And again, with the amount of depth I've got in this competition, I was kind of like, oh cool, fine. And I just moved Forholt into there. It just felt like cool. And then I moved Ndoye into this team. Maybe I should have just put Ndoye into this team rather than Forholt. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do. I think I will. Yeah, let's put Ndoye in here. And we'll keep Forholt with Vega. Aye. I had already caught it, but looking at it again, yeah, Forest against Malmo. Let's get Ndoye in this team. Everyone here is at home except for the keeper, that's fun. And this limited team too. Chat's always right, Mikey. Aye, tough miss on Rafi G. Charlie, you can say that again. I've won Rafi Guerrero. I didn't win him last year, but I think I won him 2 seasons. Like, see the cards that look like my Maxi Morales. I won Rafi Guerrero twice that season. And in the season after I won him. Must have been the 3D one. So Rafi Guerrero was a reward I'm familiar with. Oh no, I don't think it. No, it couldn't have been the year after because he's been Bayern ever since. Did I win him last year maybe? I definitely won him twice at Dortmund. I'm fairly sure. But I'm thinking about, have I won him as a Dortmund, a Bayern card? I think I'd have just kept him because his price would. I don't know. Maybe I would have sold him. Maybe it would have peaked. Yeah, he might have peaked in the in-season format last year. I can't remember now. If any of you remember, feel free to correct me. And by the way, I updated this because Laird shamed me. Laird shamed me on what I had displayed here. I had my trophy cabinet, and he didn't like it. So I've changed it to my Hall of Fame. We went with OG rookie 15-year-old Mathis Cherky, Martin van der Voort, our kind of holy grail Maxi Morales player edition signed card, which jersey number as well, Ren Camavinga, and the only other card that kind of fits into this to complete the 5 is my champion edition McGregor, because he's wearing the captain's armband. First year at Celtic, we won Everton that year, it was brilliant, and McGregor is the captain, just iconic. Special edition card, it's quite cool as well. Yeah, Van der Voort and Cherky from the same season. Or no, maybe not actually. No, maybe not. It's 18-19 for Van der Voort, isn't it? Yeah. So we get 18-19. We get 19-20. We don't. Oh no, this is 2021. Oh no, that's 21-22. Oh, so we're missing like the Ferran Torres kind of line of cards. Ferran Torres, no, not the Depay, because that's the same as Cherky. But yeah, like the Valencia collection. And then that year after, we've got McGregor and Camavinga. And then the year after that, we've got Maxi. And then I'm not sure there's like Grail cards, kind of like Van der Voort and Cherky in that. Maybe there's a few, like first season Yamal is probably going to be up there, isn't it? As time goes on. Endrick hasn't really happened, has he? Gavi's not really been a guy. Just try to think like Grail. Like, wow, I can't believe you've got one of them. They're so hard to get. Like maybe Palmeiras Endrick, like, but again, I don't think he's really happened, has he? I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting somebody. But again, when I looked at my cards, I wasn't sure. Yeah, I don't think anyone would come ahead of McGregor. I know Camavinga isn't really boss right now. Cherky's obviously quite vogue because of Man City and whatever. But yeah, these are the cards I think like I'm really glad I own. The McGregor's definitely like just in there on kind of default in some way. I could put Nakamura in there. So if I had like a great Nakamura, like a one-of or a jersey number or something, I'd maybe put that in, but yeah, definitely Charlie. I've definitely won him, haven't I? Dortmund, Haaland and Jude. Ooh, are they Graylish? But pardon the expression. Yeah, so even like I could have Tanny, I suppose, like season wise. No, Ferran's in that old season, so is Jordan. But yeah, that would be the next kind of season in the line would be like Soler, Eo Tanaka, somebody like that. I like my gold jersey number, but it's not special, like mad, like, oh, what a card, you know. It's kind of what I was trying to go for with the whole Hall of Fame angle there, is like, what cards have I got there? I've got jersey edition Matt O'Reilly, whole NYC season of jersey guys. I've got a green and white Doak, which I do kind of hold in high regard, but I can't really put him next to those other guys right now. But that's maybe one that could go. I did have Rookie Wirtz, which I would maybe have put there, but I don't have Rookie Wirtz anymore. I've got the season after. It's a long story. Abada's kind of half cool if he kicked on in his career, but he didn't. I think like if you could get Red Bull Haaland, I think that would be Grail level. Bellingham, Dortmund, I think it's in the conversation for what we're talking about. Bellingham, Jude. I think it's in the conversation. Yeah, I think Bellingham, Jude, Kang and Lee. See if he was the season on, I'd maybe just put him in for a bit of fun. Just trying to think about even. I think this. Oh, by the way, Estevao this season Like those Ballon d'Or cards, Estevau's rookie. Estevao will probably be a Grail card because I think he'll be fucking wild on Sorare for ages. And what a rookie card to have. He'll probably get a lot of issuance spot because of the in-season model that Sorare have now compared to the model in years gone by where some guys could just get underminted just out of, I don't want to say negligence necessarily, but, not managing your stock properly or whatever. Yeah, whatever else you want to call that. And yeah, I don't think there's even any scope when I'm looking at these pages that I might have some sort of special, like, oh yeah, I've got the special edition this guy, or rookie edition something or other, celebration edition a guy. Like jersey number legit would be kind of trolly. I could maybe put that in, but I'm not going to. Same season, yeah, that's a nice pair. Yeah, I'm definitely with you, Charlie. Like it definitely, like Haaland and Dortmund is like iconic. Like I think it has iconography to go with it. I'm definitely with you. See, I do have this Man City treble squad, but I think if I was to hold a card from that, yeah, it's probably a good collection to peek into. So I've got one from my New York City collection where they won the league, and it's a special card. Camavinga, Ren, Cherky. Yeah, so there's a wee bit of, so what was I about to look at there, sorry? The Man City team. Where's the Man City team? So I've got Man City, De Bruyne. Now again, if that De Bruyne was special, I'd probably... It's number 2. It's not too bad actually, is it? I've got the number 2. It's kind of fun in its own way. But yeah, I'm not going to be getting a one-off or a jersey number out of that. I don't think at this stage. Medical ports back in Europe and a wee bit expensive for me. Foden, man. Foden Classic in the summer. I knew it was somebody I should have been spending money on. Mahrez. There's one available. It's number 30. He didn't wear number 30, did he? It's like number 26 or something. Yeah, I'm not getting anything special out of this, do I? I'm not super fond of any of them. Maybe Haaland, again, Rodri, 69 and number 9. Silky Elky, number 32. Oh, Maxim Peroni. That's a card that's quite hard to get a hold of. I might keep my eyes open on that. How long is the listing on for? Not many of these cards come up. 5 days. I'll maybe keep my eyes on that. Spider-Man would be a good one. No cards of that. Haaland would be fine, but super expensive. Kyle Walker. 21? Nah, he's number 2, isn't he? Very cheap, it must be said. Stones. 58 and number 10. Yeah, I don't think I particularly... Scott Carson would be kind of funny, wouldn't he? Sunderland's Wembley winners. That's my Hall of Fame. Love that. But yeah, I'm not sure I've really got anyone else that's like grailable, The Man City squad I think has the ability, but I've just not got any of those cards, and it's unlikely I am going to get any of them. Yeah. This Barca collection, who's in here? No, second season Yamal. Yeah, I think that collection, I think that Hall of Fame needs like a Ballon d'Or edition of somebody, or needs like a modern popper, like a modern great. That's kind of what I'm looking for, I think, collection wise. I see, I'm open to Dokester being the man, if he can be a hero in the World Cup or something, but kind of asking for a lot at this point from an injured player. So yeah, I was kind of shamed into changing that, and that's maybe a nice week in a segue, a nice week in a chat. Can you maybe zoom in a bit more again? Rare, all, and then let's look at card editions. Champion Edition. The screen air's not bad, by the way. Celebrations. I like some of these. Lionheart. That's a really happy guy, isn't he? These don't look like they were taken in a photo shoot. These look like match clips, you know. Calafiore, I don't think I've ever seen that card. Early Ambassador, oh, there's two of them on the market. Chicharito and Osimhen, both listed at a pretty penny. Osimhen is definitely Grail, isn't he? Oh, Golden Boy Musiala. Is that Channy's old card? Did he have that one? No. It's an obscene price. Not many actual special editions on the market. You can just hit on animated. Just get a waft of them, I suppose, but I don't think these are particularly like, ooh. Like, we looked at Pogba special editions the other day. I think there's potentially a bit of Pogba Holy Grail action. Just by how limited the amount of special editions he has, how few cards he has in existence, his kind of prominence in the game as a figure. World Cup out round the corner, you know. Could be a big season for Polly P. It's fun when they're all lined up, kind of popping, aren't they? But yeah, I don't think there's anything super cool. Golden Boy, we've got one of them. That's Musiala. I've already looked at that, sorry. Let's look at Cursed and Away Kit. So it's Zambo. Oh, they're quite cool, those ones. Yeah, nothing particularly great on the market there, is there? What's this collectible tab? Custom series. Oh, yeah, I don't care about them. The Rockies on the market. 20 quid, come and get them. Riyad Mahrez. What about a legend? Can you put cards? Legends aren't here, are they? No, legend is there. Yeah, no Ballon d'Or. Just in case I thought. Is there any legends we like? Love a Shevchenko AC Milan. Ronaldo PSV, how do you not love that? Zidane. So expensive, man. Just for what they are. I don't know if Pirlo. I kind of always wanted the Pirlo, to be honest, just because it's a City one. David Villa should be a City card as well. Mascherano's a cool one. Mario Kempes looks pure AI there, doesn't it? Costa Curta I like. Baresi. No Maldini. Nesta. You've got all the good Italian defenders, man. Santonios and Pavels. It's not even 3D. Three, 62 and 7. Yeah, quite pointless cards, aren't they? I was always jealous of Rangers fans that they got Brian Laudrup in the game as well. There's no Henrik Larsson. Get a green and white Panenka, but the Maradona's kind of cool, isn't it? It's a rookie. Ooh. When did we get Argentina Maradona? That's the number 1 that's up for sale as well. Number 1 here. Bellama's got both of them. Cool cards. I like the Argentina one better than the rookie one. Not a fan of the manager one personally. Wow, he's got like 5 seasons of cards. What the hell? He's got those rookie ones. Okay. Maybe some other edition they never released. And then, yeah, he's only got like, wow, 5 of these or something. I'm exaggerating, but not that many. That feels like the Maradona card to have. Because, yeah, you're not buying this. Then you're not buying that. No, they used to do a Legends competition, and you used to need to play a minimum of 3 Legends in it. It's gone now. There's no point even bothering with the rules, but basically they were kind of cheat code cards. They were just guaranteed good scores, and you had to get minimum 1 other card in. You could use up to 2 other cards in, but it made more sense to have more Legends than not. So people basically did a 4-1 split with it. And the manager cards or the coach cards, again, they never really found a use for. There's very few of them on the site. They did actually initially auction an Ange Postecoglou card when the SPFL came on. I think he's down as Angelos. Yeah. See his picture? He had Celtic cards. He had one. I had a bid on it and then he pulled it. So I messaged them saying, they're getting, what's the deal with this? I wish I shut my mouth, man. I just got it. I would like to join the Duo Mission Jupiler. $10 to $20 budget. Costumas, I've not got a members icon next to me, so I can't really go after that, sorry. You need someone who has never played... Oh yeah, he's kind of chatting to each other about the Duo Connect thing. That's fine. So yeah, those cards aren't really worthwhile. And I don't really feel that strongly about a player where it's like, oh, I need to... Like Doku, I'm not like, oh, I need to go get an Anderlecht Doku. Although that's quite greyly as well, isn't it? It's like that initial season with Van der Voort. Or was it with Cherky? Is it that time of year maybe? 1920, yeah, it's Van der Voort. Belgian League. That's a Grail card. But none for sale. And again, similar to Cherkeys and stuff like that, I don't think they move very often. A lot of these guys have been holding for a long time, man. There's a few of them that move, but you're not going to find trader accounts holding them. And such. They did toy with putting in the ability to use a coach card, and it'd maybe give you an extra added boost, but I think they realised there's also a Phil Neville card. Maybe 2 of them. They then kind of realised like they just couldn't probably make enough of them. It would be a kind of a broken game mechanic essentially, because it just wouldn't. Yeah, there's one Phil Neville. Which I mean, look at the state of this. That's when he was Inter Miami manager. I think there might be another one. I think Zidane has coach cards. Is that it? Zidane? Yeah, Zidane's got coach cards. Real Madrid. I think he's the most circulated coach card. Because he was in the Real Madrid collection, I'm sure. We We can probably see that actually. I think if we click on him, and then yeah, click on the collection. Yeah, Zidane's in it. Luka Jovic. Why have I got that? Oh, this is some guy's collection. So why have I got Luka Jovic showing? There's Asensio. Love that. Isco, Hazard. This is a great collection, by the way. This is a great Benzema. You've not quite got Ronaldo in here, but you've kind of Is Casemiro here? No, he's gone, isn't he? Oh no, he is here. Yeah, you've kind of got Ramos is in the building, I'm sure. Where the hell's Ramos? Am I losing my mind? Yeah, Ramos is here. Varane, Marcelo. This is a good Real Madrid collection. Full of legends. Multiple champions. Obviously Zidane won the Champions League 3 years in a row. And a lot of these guys were the core of that. Carvajal, not getting mentioned, but there's Modric, Odegaard as well. This is a fun collection because if you think about Odegaard and some of the current utility you've got with some of them, yeah, fair enough, maybe like Benzema's kind of like shite. Kroos is retired and whatever, but this is a quality collection. If you had a good card out of this, it would be Grail potential, I think, wouldn't it? Especially if you're a Madrid fan. Super rare. He's got 2 uniques. One's a coach. Camembert. This guy was spending big, man, back in the day. Wow, he's not got much left. Oh, he's got a Twitter account. Let's have a nosy. He's not tweeted in a while. He's not got much left. Ferland Mendy unique. Is Mendy even playing? I've not heard the name Ferland Mendy in so long. Oh wow, Luis Suarez. He's at Sporting now, isn't he? Funny little group of rares he's been left with. Now Mendy played. When was it? He's still at Real Madrid. Jesus. Maybe he's been injured or something. Remember Camembert? Can we see his? Oh, can we see his transactions, by the way? Ooh. Yeah, 3 years ago. Wow. Casemiro unique 10k. Varane unique 10k. Benzema unique 27k. Wow. Is that selling? Yeah. He took some coin out, didn't he, man? He was a big spender. I think it was because of those unique. Yeah, he got Ronaldo unique. He sold Ronaldo unique. Oh. Yeah, big Real Madrid guy. Loved his Ronaldos. Ronaldo's a card I would. Yeah, Ronaldo's a grail piece for me. That's somebody I would add into that Hall of Fame. But Ronaldo doesn't have a great card supply, and he's never really a good time to buy him. 2 are for sale. And yeah, man, they're just stupidly priced. And it's the one with the stupid haircut. I want the other one that's like black and white. There's only 54 from that season. This is the one I want. I just don't think there's that many of them. It could even be listed. Ronaldo stand. So many of these guys are just in it to hold. But yeah, I'd say this is a grail card. I would love this Juve Ronaldo. If you could get a Portugal one for the World Cup or something, that would be epic, obviously. I think that'd be worth having because it's like his last World Cup and whatever. But failing that, this is good. Especially if you get a Messi card to sit beside it. Like, do you want a Miami Messi or do you want a PSG Messi, though? I guess with Juve Ronaldo, you probably want PSG Messi because it's like the same move for both of them, where it was like, did it, you know, kind of won a title and whatever, but like everyone agrees it wasn't really much of a success. If you went back to Sporting, it would be worth it. It'd be big time worth it. I guess beggars can't be choosers. I don't think 4 months ago traded to gamble. Gamble just snaps these up 6 months ago. Just locks them away. Gamble 6 months ago. Yeah, man. Gamble's got all of these, man. Jimmer's got one. Well done, Jimmer. But Gamble's got a fair amount of them, by the way. That's a clear strategy he's got, eh? Now, there's only 54 of them, and Gamble has 1, 2, 3. Oh, fucking hell. Jimmer's got 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jimmer's got 4? 11, 12. Jimmer's got 5. Wow, Jimmer's got 5. Gamble's got 12. Jimmer's got 10% of a Ronaldo collection of the Ronaldo stands. Got, wow, man, there's 3 guys here that like hold the whole fucking market. Yeah, Jimmer. How many does Jimmer have? Yeah, 2 here. 3, 4. 5. Jimmer's got 5 Ronaldos. That Gamble's got 12. This Ronaldo stand has like 5. So like half of the supply. 5, 10, 12. Almost half the supply is with 3 people. That's mad. Gavin. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it, Gavin. Gavin S. I'm guessing this is it. Again, if we're on the wrong page, let me know. I'm assuming this is you. I'll give it a wee second so you can give me a wee confirmation. Have a look at my strategies. I'm struggling with it a bit. So feel free to confirm this is you, Gavin. And then maybe another little bit of enlightenment. What region, scarcity, you know, just any little footnotes you can get me started with. Oh, you wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, the £100 for the classic and stuff. Yeah, kind of. But I think with Ronaldo, again, I've had this experience just with other crap I collect, like toys and whatever. But for distinct characters, the rules don't apply. Pogba's kind of the same. Like for some guys, the rules. I've kind of got my heart set on a Ronaldo now. Pogba in season at 30-40 quid is kind of cool, isn't it? But I think we stick to rare, animated, and the cursed. So there's 15 of these. I think these are the cursed are maybe less so. The cursed are cool because it's a celebration and that, right? But the jersey number 1, the fire one, there's definitely like a bit of grey element here. The France ones as well are really good, like the classics. Excuse me. Which is the only other card that he has. Again, World Cup winner badge on the shirt and stuff like that. I don't mind that. That's quite greyish as well, but I think he has a few from that. Maybe a few too many to be like a mad rare card. Yeah, 57 rares he got issued. Similar to that Ronaldo. So it's not... There's not mad amounts of them. But it's probably not super easy to get. Especially if he's going to be playing World Cup Fever, will take over, etc. Hey Gavin, if you're still there, I need a wee bit of... I'll look at the rares, because that's you've got the most amount of rares. We're on the front page. Awesome. Let's have a wee flick through. Right, what are we looking at? Prem. De nada. Bundy. Slither. La Liga. Right, let's look at La Liga. We've got the goalkeeper. We've got the Girona depth, for what that's worth. Krapisatov, whatever his name is. I thought he went on loan maybe to La Liga 2. Looks like he's injured. Or maybe it was the other goalkeeper. But Sergio Herrera, classic. De Turo, again, Elche goalkeepers are a headache. Gazaniga. So we've got 2 keepers we can play here. Maybe 2.5. Jimenez, big goal last night, wasn't it? The Girona boys. I've just did this dance before with a better Girona team, and it's not fun. But there is some good players, man. There is some good scores. Ivan Martin, Roca, Vargas. Yeah, the midfield is too soft for La Liga. When guys like Isco and all that are kicking about, and Oyarzabal classic, or Saganikov classic. You probably want, if all the Girona in-season cards, the one you need to have is Saganikov. You can't not have Saganikov in-season. Personally. And I know you can probably just do like a Girona stack and play him there, fine, but the best team might have Oyarzabal up front, and Oyarzabal in-season is way more expensive than Saganikov. The classic is, yada yada, so just a little footnote I would kind of say into that. The midfield is definitely not punchy enough. Vargas is a cool card. Martina, like Roca, could be alright. It's far too soft in here. We'll maybe have a wee look at La Liga mid. In defence, like, I think you'll get away with these guys. Like, Arnau's cool. This Rincon guy might have some potential. Vitor Reis and Daily Blend can smash. And Jimenez, if he's fit, he's fine. And for 2 keepers, you're pretty much there, aren't you? But I think the midfield's a bit soft, and I don't know. Maybe the Saganikov thing's not as necessary, but the midfield needs upgraded. France, we've got like a team here. I actually quite like what you've got going on. Good level of guys. Just one wee squad, that's fine. MLS, De Nada, Jupiler. We've got an outfield. So I'm guessing these are maybe like all-star boys. Eredivisie. We've got a batch. Let's have a peek. Goalkeeper. Is this one keeper? Feels like one keeper. I think my strategy is a bit off the place, and I'm trying to refine my rares to make the most of my rares to yield more. Yeah, I think I can. So we've kind of seen a team here and a team there so far. Like Watanabe, classic, is fine. Like, he's a good level defender for the most part. Eredivisie, is that the best classic move? I don't know. Tagliahine's been good. Mishu, you never know. Catalano, it's kind of alright. It's a bit weak. Yeah. So, I think this Eredivisie strategy, especially if this keeper's undone you, this might be worth putting on the drawing board again. Right, so we're kind of double back to that. Because what else did we see? We had one Liga 1 team, didn't we? From guys we bought like a month ago or so, which is kind of fine, but it's one team of... We've got a full La Liga roster, essentially, by comparison. So in terms of like single league competitions, yeah, I definitely think like your Eredivisie, your Jupiler, and your Liga 1, like, you could probably buy some of the best players in this division with those cards. Reinforce your keepers, get up to 4 entries. Let's look at the other regions real quickly. We've got Challenger. Right, there's a lot of cards in Challenger, probably. Maybe not. 4 keepers. And what's this? Austria and stuff. Austria and a bit of Scotland. A lot of Austria. Bednarek, Halkett. Yeah, this is kind of fine. The only problem with it is that all the Austrians are going to disappear for like 2 months. But yeah, even with... So, last region to check out is Contender. 2 keepers. In season and classic. Euro and non-Euro. Bundy 2 in Croatia. So yeah, like... Hadzimetovic, who are you playing for? Hull? Oh, I knew that. Yeah, so I can see where you're at, Gavin. A bit off the place, a bit all over the place. I'm kind of with you there. So I think like the La Liga one, it's not like this is covered in like Real Madrid, Barca types. But one thing that this has is a huge base. You know, you've basically got 2 keepers already, maybe a third depending on the Turo. Maybe you buy the other Elche keepers, although I don't think that's advisable from the merry-go-round that we've seen there so far. But getting up to, like, Herrera's a top quality keeper. Gazzaniga, despite how much I hate him, continues to play and can actually score fine. Once, obviously, he can kill you once in a while, but you've got 2 guys you can play. Getting another 2 guys won't be hard or expensive in season or classic in Spain. Defense, like, to go up to 4 lineups, this maybe needs like 2 studs. 1 stud minimum and maybe 1 guy that you like that's better than the average man. So 2 keepers, a real just general La Liga. Known starters, no guys that can let you down or be rotated. 2 upper echelon defenders. Well, we look at what they could be in a second. 2 Ds, 2 Gs. In midfield, yeah, I'm going to say 2 Ms. Yeah, I'm going to say 2 mids. And then up front, like, we've got enough up here, really. I don't think we would need to... If we got real reinforcements in and behind some of these guys, like El Azawi can do fine. Oyarzabal Classic, I like. Saganikov. Maybe we want 1 striker in season. Let's have a peek at this, Gav. Let's go to the market. Now, those in season, like, you don't need to get rid of them all, right? But see, like, some of them that are like a bit flimsy. It's like 1 team, like France, Belgium, even the Eredivisie one. I'd probably wrap all of them up. And then between Challenger and Contender, I don't know if you need to make a choice between them both, but because I think like the Challenger stuff with Scotland, you could play a wee bit of that through Christmas. You've got enough there for like a Scottish fantasy team, which is fun. But the challenge, the Contender stuff, you've got a lot of you've got a lot of Bundesliga 2 there that is probably quite active at weekends. So I'm not too sure about them. But for the single league competitions, I definitely feel you could consolidate and compound in some cards that will make a difference to your lineups, that will make a difference to your weekend. And it's not just to getting our team out, but it's like, oh, this guy could win me something now with all these other guys around me. In-season rare keeper in La Liga. So Harry's boy, I told you that the weekend Iskandel was going to be good, didn't I? 89 against Rayo. I knew he was going to be on for a good one. He's up at 57 quid right now. Maybe not terribly cheap. Dimitrovic on 42. Herrera you already have. Maybe getting an in-season version of him isn't a bad idea. Matt Ryan is 30 quid. He's good for the money. Soria 29 is a legend for the money. Yeah, like Soria at 29 is a must-buy, I think. And then, yeah, Soria plus whoever. You know, Matt Ryan. You can get 2 of them for 60 quid. You get Sergio Herrera in there. Yeah, the rest of these guys I wouldn't spend the extra money on. But yeah, you could go Soria. Ryan. Easy. 60 quid. Defence. Now, we need guys that play. We need guys that smash. And we don't really care about too much else, to be honest with you. The boy Swazo looks the part right now. You do have a Ruben Vargas. So Swazo is maybe a consideration at 40 quid or less. I think it's quite expensive. The L5 has definitely pushed this price up, as it has with Lejeune. At the price point, I just find it hard to recommend them. Like, for example, at the price point of Lejeune and Swazo, I would maybe prefer Laporte, who I just, like, we've maybe not seen enough of him back at Athletic Club, but maybe not, actually. Maybe that's a bad shout. But there'll be somebody else around that price point I think will probably just be a wee bit better and safer. Wow, Valentin Gomez at 33. I think we're taking him. Alvaro Nunez has been looking good. We didn't want to play him at the weekend against Real Madrid. He's still done a 44. Fair play, fair play. Alvaro Nunez. Jimenez is back, but Jimenez will get injured. I wouldn't dive head over heels for that one. Pep Javaria, again, scores very, very well. Isn't priced that ridiculous, but can be a wee bit spotty with coming in and out of the team. And there's other guys here. This is where we get to the level, but of these are like iffy picks. Like Suazo and Gomez are like key players for their team. Could maybe put Marcos Alonso into that conversation, but again, I think Celta are just a bit ropey with defender choices. Wanlu, I really like Wanlu. Again, he plays attacking midfield quite a lot of the time. Quite cheap. You've got a wee bit of a Seville thing on the go there anyway. I would try not to go too heavy on Seville, but wow, even Trent at 90. If you do get some good money for some of those collections, picking up a guy like Trent before he lifts up and like starts to hit Liverpool scores again, that could be a huge opportunity. Let's look at midfield. Ferminator at 96 feels cool, but depends on what budget you get from the other pieces. When you compare the price of Fermin to the fact that you could buy probably Lo Celso and Fornals at that price, that's really good bang for buck in midfield. And it's two mids that we need. We need guys that lift the level for sure. Fornals and Lo Celso are maybe rotation-y. Fermin kind of suffers that as well, but he kind of always plays, doesn't he? Valverde at 124, for example, is a wee bit more expensive. I like Dani Olmo. He's maybe not priced in the way he should be because he's coming back from injury. He's not fully back, but at 60 quid, he could easily be kind of priced the same as like Fermin or maybe even more when he's fully at it and he gets a strong L5. It could be a guy that you buy today and sell tomorrow. Not literally, but figuratively, you know. Brais Mendes at 24, I think is a great shout. Alex Baena, 186. Wee bit punchy. I don't think he's a clear level up from where you're at, but for a tenner, Pepelu's not a bad guy to have lying around. Soler at 17. The Sociedad boys are slept on, man. Sociedad are turning the corner. You've already heard me saying it, and I don't say that often. I've been praying for it, but I'm saying that's what I seen the other day. They're looking. The last two games, they're looking good. They're certainly looking good for it. But yeah, I don't think there's any like level up guys hiding back here anymore. There's not many choices, but there is some. But ultimately, I think if you're going to try and do this, you want to get somebody really exciting, and that's probably more likely going to be a forward. Lewandowski at 60 quid isn't a bad shout. Oh, Rafinha's popped in price again. You can get some fun forward options here, depending on what way the wind is blowing as well on some players. Like Griezmann at 20 quid, he's still starting, or still playing often enough, certainly anyway. Not really a starter, sadly. I hasten to correct myself with. Pepe is quite expensive for his L5, but Rodrigo. Now, when Rodrigo goes. Not really been happening for him under Xabi Alonso, but Rodrigo, I think, is frightening. Again, similar to that Trent, maybe you're going to take a wee sort of cheap approach to maybe the El Clasico teams, like a wee cheap Barca Real kind of squad combo hybrid thing. I don't know if that really achieves the objective of leveling up the team, but could be something that's done on the side as a kind of side hustle element. Let's say, but like Trent could become as expensive as any of these other cards that we've seen, £200-300 if he gets a good L5 together. So maybe there's a wee bit of trading activity you want to think about when speculating on some of these guys. Both the Williamses are out injured, so again, you could maybe pick them up cheap. Yeah, 80 quid, I don't think it feels too cheap for Nico, but high chance he plays for Spain, etc. But yeah, I think that's what I would do, Gavin, is I'd probably concentrate on La Liga because you've got so much here already, and I've maybe been even a wee bit conservative with what the budget could be. But I sincerely believe that if you were to... Did you have a Bundesliga? Yeah, you've got a few bits here. Roll them in with the French guys. Roll them in with the French lads. It's like probably like classic all-star players. I'd probably just keep them. But yeah, France and Eredivisie. I'd wrap them up and get them sold. List them all in the secondary market, see what ones you can get sold, and then see once the secondary market won't buy them anymore, take everyone that's left, and then that's when you go to the bots, and maybe we've identified, like, I don't know, maybe say that Eredivisie thing, you've got like £100 a trade value, so you could get £100 player off the bot. Maybe you find a bot that has Fermin Lopez, and you just wrap up the draw so nobody will buy off the market, and try and maybe get a wee trade action done in some sort of vein like that, you know. There's other options here that could be okay, but I think you want guys that are like tier 1 and above. You want to try and bring in guys that are quite safe because you've got like you've got a Girona collection there for depth. You've got some other pieces already that help it float a couple of teams. But to take it to 4 teams and to take it to being competitive, and we're looking forward to stuff every weekend, you can't compromise on the guys you bring in if you do this. You know, it has to be Lo Celso's type. You know, it has to be guys that are like, he can play in Team 1, no bother. That was a fun one. I like that. In La Liga, it's kind of, there's not much imagination in La Liga. I think you kind of need to buy who's kind of known and ready to go. Which is why I think the Sociedad boys are a wee bit slept on, because Sociedad are, you know, they've had a wee bit of form. Players have been fit and getting together. Maybe there's still an injury or two, but they kind of keep being as bad as they have been. And it does feel like there's been a wee corner turn over recent games. Up to 9th now. Look at that for an L5. No losses in there at all. Enough decisives to go around to keep us all happy. And they're climbing the table. And there are a couple of wins, and Sociedad will be looking good for it. Solare's cheap, playing every game. Braze plays every game. You already have Oyarzabal. The defence is not worth buying into, or the goalkeeper particularly, if I'm honest. But Barrenechea, Guedes, all the attackers are worth having. Personal POV. But yeah, that was a fun one, Gav. Thanks for the request on that. And I say, when it comes to challenger and contender, like, I think you could probably just keep both of them operating the way they are. You'll get some, maybe you want to get a wee bit more Scottish into the thing for the Christmas run. We've got 12 Scottish cards. We have the Dundee United keeper, don't we? Yeah. Between these two, you've got the Dundee United keeper. We have Mitov Classic as well. Yeah, and then we've got in-seasons, Miovski, Classic Miovski. And keeping that in the in-season container, Gavin, I like that because of your Girona collection. That's quite powerful. You've got McGrath, Braga. Yeah, you've got like 2 fun teams here you could roll out across the festive period. Maybe you buy somebody else, but that's probably quite okay, isn't it? I don't know how you're doing for defence, actually. Halkett Classic would need to go... Yeah. You could maybe get to 3 teams. Oh, no, you can't with the keepers. But yeah, Halkett would need to go with Kucherov, which means Halkett's the Classic. And then it means with the other Classic, the keeper, you would need to play Noster. You probably know this already. I'm just trying to work it out from looking. Yeah, maybe like a player for a second team, I think. Can't quite work out where, but yeah, mids are hard in La Liga. Forwards are way easier. I think so. Because mids can just get, you know, the thing with La Liga is you can just give away lots of fouls, lose lots of duels, maybe not complete that many passes. Or maybe you do complete a lot, but you give away a few, and it can be quite scrappy in the middle of the pitch. You kind of need midfielders that are like Fermin Lopez or Dani Olmo for me, or Brais Mendes, guys that are final third focused, that can just get you the decisive to bag you out of jail. You can get the Lo Celsos and some other guys like that that are a bit more boss level. But yeah, I think you want wingers, you want attack focused midfielders. I don't think you want deep line hatchets. You know, I just don't see many of them doing well in La Liga. And don't get me wrong, Tchouameni's done fine. Valverde can rip. We've seen FDJ and one or two other guys score well for Barca there too. But it's not like a common theme of like, yeah, they do well. Forgiven. Hey guys, I think I'm just about running out of steam. Just try to remind myself, yeah, we bought a Joe Scally today. We crafted a card. And somehow we've got ourselves into 2 Bundesliga rare teams for the organic farming. I'm really annoyed I got that dinky and I didn't get Guerrero, by the way. The more I look at it, I'm just so more... But it wouldn't have really helped me too much because I would want to play Guerrero with Lukeba, which means Rom comes out the team. And then what's my classic? I don't have any classic forwards and I don't need to use classic mid. So they put me in the predicament of, if I did pull the Guerrero, I would have went on a merry dance finding a classic Bundesliga forward, which wouldn't have been a bad thing to do, but we're not going to pick up Joe Scally for £4 in that situation. Is mainly my point, I suppose. Ouchie. But yeah, we'll be back live tonight. We've got some MFL action. Celtic are playing at 5:45, so, and so are Fenerbahce, so it's all systems go in a couple of hours for me. We don't have any limited essence for giveaways, do we? No, not yet. We've got 1 giveaway card locked and loaded. We'll have more members action. This was quite a, maybe because of the time of day, we didn't really catch as many of these here. So leave a comment down below if you are a member and you missed out. If we got enough of you kind of missing out on it because of the time change, we'll maybe do a wee surprise weekend one. A wee members weekend extravaganza, perhaps. A wee Black Friday thing or something. I don't know. Cyber Tuesday, Cyber Monday, whatever the crap is. But yeah, I kind of hide my excitement. I'm super buzzing for this whole challenger thing I've been building. I'm still, even I was watching Benfica, I was like, I really don't want to own Porto cards. Like, I can't say enough. I really don't want. I'm kind of half outroed. I made this mistake yesterday. Ignore me when I outro until I really outro. But I was kind of talking to myself yesterday and I was like, I really don't like owning. I hate looking at this. Porto caused me pain. The sight of them. I think, yeah, I don't know. I would like a Samu because there's some cool players in this team, but I just can't do Porto. I just can't. Joe, sorry, you're maybe missing this, but I'm a Celtic fan. And when was the UEFA Cup final? 2003 Seville. I'd have been 15, going on 16. It was not, honestly, man, it was just heartbreaking for me. Honestly, it's the saddest thing that's ever happened to me in football. And I think if you were to watch that game back today, Joe, you would agree with me that, yeah, it's too fast. Honestly, mate, it's such a deep scar. Celtic should have won, and it's no big deal for you, right? You've won more Europa Leagues and you won a Champions League right afterwards, but we've had nothing ever since, which makes it even more... But that was the Henrik Larsson team, Martin O'Neill. We had everything in that team except for a goalkeeper. And yeah, I was there. I think we've had a chat about this before through the live chat, Joe. But yeah, it's just when I see it, I just can't. I will never shake it for all of my life. I just cannot will them to do well. I can't. Even looking at these players, like, I like Forho, I like Borges, I like Gabri Vega. That's the main thing that's got me into it. But and I know Sporting Lisbon wear green and white, but I kind of like Benfica, generally. I've always liked their players and stuff. Jose's there, Sudakov, Trubin, I don't know. But anyway, we've got this collection. We've got up to 3% or something. I'm probably just going to ride out with it. We like Polish players as well, and they have Bednarek and Kiwior. That just feels like it's going to play out well over time. So I'm probably going to end up just bunking in with it, but I don't know. I might punt them if they get knocked out Europa League or something. I'm keeping myself open to that. Quite happy to keep the Fenerbahce stuff beyond this season. And beyond that, I've not really kind of got into anything worth note, particularly. I'm just thinking, by the way, is Gio Reyna at Gladbach? Because although he's son of a Rangers man, yeah, he is. He's another former NYCFC academy guy. a delayed opening. Yeah, if I could get him for £6, I would definitely be open to that. I'm not spending a tenner on him, but then they both played at NYC. They're both. I think I've actually seen a picture on my timeline about that. In fact, could be a good excuse to get Rocco Reitz in the building eventually. Clydenheis, will tell me to buy him. Anyway, Reina, born in Sunderland. Yeah, Claudio Reina. That was after Rangers, wasn't it? Sunderland. He left Rangers for Man City, and then Man City to Sunderland, if I remember right. Good player, like fine. Thought he was alright at Man City. Your president had a heart attack during the game. I didn't know that. But honestly, if you watch it back, like, we were severely robbed, man. Like, severely. And I think I've told you as well, Joe. Maybe it was somebody else. I think it was you. But I did my UEFA B licence with Costinha and Manish. And they were, like, in my group. So I was, like, playing football, hanging out with, talking to Costinha and Manish for 9 days. Not, like, round the clock, 24/7. But they were in my group and we were, like, working together the whole time. And yeah, that was awesome, like, from a football fan perspective, because those guys were world class. And obviously the Seville memories and the Jose Mourinho teams, also conversations that came up and stuff, but that was quite cool. Rangers, Sunderland, then City. Rob, thanks for the catch on that. I thought he was alright at City. I kind of remember him at Sunderland. But yeah, that was fun. Something I'll remember as well was talking to them about it. And they were quite proud of their win. You know, I wouldn't say I challenged them, but I kind of told them certainly how I felt and the feeling was about it. And they were, yeah, quite proud of themselves, which they've got every right to be, obviously. But yeah, side note. Anyway, this is the outro. I'm definitely going to love yous and leave these guys. We'll be back tomorrow for some deadline action. We've got some videos out on the channel over the next day or so. We'll be back tonight for some MFL match action, so stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Thanks to all the members for the support. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you tonight. One the hoops, one the fenner.